What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to talk about what a hybrid bowling ball is. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Then if you like this awesome breast cancer awareness jersey or any of the jerseys in any of my videos, coolwick.com and use my promo code Napoles10. That'll get you 10% off your entire order. And then down below in the description, there's going to be a link where you can order any of the balls featured in today's video or anything bowling related. That is the best way to help support the channel, and I would super appreciate it. All right, so there's pearl bowling balls and then there's solid bowling balls. Well, a hybrid is basically just a mixture of the two. And I know that seems like a pretty simple concept to grasp, but you'd be surprised how many people just don't know. They think that a hybrid automatically has to be something in between a pearl and a solid, and that's not always the case. Formula is a really big thing. But as a generalization, all a hybrid means is that the cover of the bowling ball is some parts pearl and some parts solid. Sometimes you're going to see 1 part pearl, 2 parts solid, or 1 part solid, 2 parts pearl, or in some cases like a 50-50 of pearl and solid. Now, yes, if we're talking about the exact same formula, then yes, it's going to be somewhere in between the pearl and the solid. As an example, with Storm's lineup, if you have R2S pearl and R2S solid, then R2S hybrid is going to be in the middle. But when you take a hybrid like this, it's going to be earlier and smoother than basically all 3 of these bowling balls are going to be earlier and smoother than R2S solid because the formula is stronger. So in front of me here, we have the Roto Grip RSTX3, the 900 Global Reality Check, and the Storm Nova. All 3 of these are pretty strong asymmetrical hybrid bowling balls, and we're going to throw them here next to each other just to see how they interact with one another. All right, first shot of the video here, we're going to start in the Nova because that's the one that I took out of the bag first. Missed in by a mile. All right, let's try that again and not miss by a mile in. Just make sure we get this going right a little bit here. All right, so cut me some slack here, guys. I am working on a few different things, so hopefully this video doesn't turn out too bad. All right, let's move right. All right, so we're gonna move a few boards right here, and then I didn't talk about the layouts. These are all laid out the same 30 by 4.5 by 30. That's a much better shot. All right, so now we're going to get into the RSTX3, and the Nova was pretty early, pretty smooth. This is going to be the same spot with the X3, so we can see what the differences are going to be. So the X3, at least off that first shot, felt like it was a little bit cleaner through the fronts, a little bit more shape down lane. Hook a lot there, here we go. Yeah, those colors throw me off. I think this X3 is such a good ball, but these colors just always just throw me off. So let's make another really good shot here. Oh, wow. All right, one more shot here with the X3. One of the things I've been liking about my game lately is that as my ball speed has gone up, I've been able to play straighter and straighter here at Samstown. And now same spot with the reality check. This one you're going to see that's going to be the quickest down lane of the 3 hybrids that I brought with me today. Look at that. That was a really good shot. Now we're going to move in a little off that flat 10, just like 2 boards, just to see here. There we go. Yeah, I think that was the perfect spot, so let's try that again before we keep moving around. Wow. Whew. Guys, I thought I was gonna die on that shot, so let's go back to that same spot, try that again, and not almost die. All right, last shot from here, then we'll take it to the desk, kind of talk about what we saw. All right, let me throw one more without missing right. All right, let me just throw one more here without missing a mile to the right here. And then I blasted. Whew, guys, that one shot there scared the you-know-what out of me. You know, when you're big like me and you stick like that, scary. So when we're talking about these three hybrids, all three of them are asymmetrical, similar-ish cores. The cover stocks are all a little bit different. The layouts are the same, 30 by 4.5 by 30. What I'm seeing is that the Nova is substantially earlier and smoother than the X3 and the Reality Check. The Reality Check at least seemed to be the one that was the cleanest through the fronts with the most shape. And then the X3 kind of just felt like it was nice in the middle in between the two. Now we're gonna get back on the lanes and go back in that same order and then just chase it a little bit further left to see. Everyone thinks that hybrids are just all the same because they're hybrids, but there's so many more factors that go into it. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys, that these three balls are all asymmetrical hybrids made in the same place in Utah, and they all roll very differently from one another. So let's get back on the lanes. All right, so I'm gonna move like 3 or 4 left here, and we're gonna be in the Nova. I think this is the one I'm gonna have to slow hook the most. Kind of like that. Yeah. So of the 3 balls I'm featuring in today's video, the Nova is the one that I like the most when there's a bunch of oil on the lanes, keep my angles more shut down. See, that's not fair. That's not fair. Guys, that was so unjust. I thought I threw that so good. And then, of course, I throw the next one terrible and it strikes. All right, one more shot here with the Nova, and then the other 2 balls, at least the first shot, I'll kind of slow hook it like this, just to see. You know, minus that 7-pin, those were good 4 shots. All right, this is gonna be the X3 from the same spot, and we're gonna try to slow hook it just like we were doing with the Nova. Oh, I missed in a little bit. So let's try that again, but not miss in. All right, again, same spot, just really make sure we get it going right a little bit. Whew. Yeah, this is just a little bit longer than the Nova and way quicker down lane. At least that's what I'm seeing. Come on. All right, last shot here with the X3, and we'll take it back to the Reality Check. There we go. Throw it like that every time. How many times do I say? All right, Reality Check, again, from the same spot. So after this group of shots, I'll talk to you guys at the desk about which one of these is my favorite and which one's my favorite from each part of the lane and why. Oh, that. Yeah, this ball hit a spot down lane and made it absolutely puke. So let's try that again here. All right, couple more shots here. That last shot felt like my backswing was the straightest it's ever been. So let me try to repeat that feel. Get there. Come on. All right, last shot from here with a check, and then we'll go back to the desk and make all those, we'll talk all those talking points. All right, so if I had to rank these from my favorite to my least favorite, I think number 1, I mean by a smidgen, would be the Reality Check. Then really close second would be the RST X3. And then a pretty considerable drop off there would be the Nova. Something about the Nova just doesn't, I don't know. I don't know what the right verbiage is. It just doesn't mesh with my eyes. with my game, even though I am throwing it pretty good, the Nova right now. But then if we talk about scenarios, because I'm not the type of person that believes in, oh, my favorite ball, my favorite this, my favorite that. Bowling balls are tools, period, the end. So for all three of these bowling balls, the situations when I would really like to use them in to allow me to succeed. So for the Nova would be like on the fresh, when I need a motion that's a little bit earlier, but still produce a little bit more shape than say something like the Gem or the Reality or like the Proton Physics, stuff like that. As of the time of recording this, I have not thrown the Supernova yet. So in those situations when I think that the Nova would look really, really good. Then the X3 is simple. Anytime I have to get left and slow hook it to the right, that's gonna be a time where I'm gonna get into the RST X3. And then since I've drilled the Reality Check, it's been probably the best go-to ball that I've drilled in a very long time. So if you don't know what a go-to ball means, it means it's not a ball that I'm typically gonna go on to throw on the fresh. But once that first move out of that benchmark type ball that I'm gonna go to is gonna be something like that Reality Check. And this is gonna be another move left here again, and this time we're gonna be back in the Nova. Oh! I mean, that was the typical Lewis move left and slow down. So let's go back to the same speed we were at least before, and then make a decision. Like there, let's see. All right, let's see if we can't repeat that again here. Oh boy. All right, gonna move right with the Nova. This far left, it's just asking for trouble. Good shot there. All right, same spot here with the X3. This one should look really good just because this ball is way quicker down lane than the Nova. Oh, dude, that ball in Messengers. Man, I'm gonna move too right off that shot. I think I'm just a little too far left for what these balls are capable of right now. That was too right, it's gonna be money. So yeah, just a little bit straighter. All right, but when we get back into the Reality Check, at least the first shot will still be from that furthest left zone, just to see. All right, last shot here with the X3. All right, first shot with the Reality Check, and this is gonna be the same spot where the Nova and the X3 kind of bailed, just to see here. It did not bail at all. All right, so I'm actually gonna move left, whereas the other balls I had to move right. Yeah, the Reality Check is just that ball. Wow, I don't know what that was. Oh my God. All right, so what I'm working on is trying to straighten out my backswing. So that's why everything's feeling a little funky right now. Last shot of the video here. Yeah, so that was very interesting where the Nova and the RST X3 both forced me to move right off that initial spot. And then the Reality Check actually forced me to move left off that same spot. And that's why I tell you guys all the time, Pearl, Solid, Hybrid, it doesn't really mean anything. Don't think that just because a ball's a hybrid, it's gonna do a certain thing. These three balls are all asymmetrical hybrids with the exact same layout and same surface prep. And they're all rolling completely different than one another. So keep that in mind. What does the ball actually do? Not what is it supposed to do? So guys, that's the biggest thing I want you guys to take away from this video. I appreciate all the love and support. Click right here to watch another one of my videos. Click right here to subscribe.